Hello guys, MiddletonPlays here and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So I hope everyone is doing alright today. So I just wanted to tell you guys, basically give you a bit of an update on me, because I know I haven't been uploading much over the past month, and I know I was taking a bit of time off to work on myself with my mental health and all that, because I of course haven't been doing too great these past few months. So basically yesterday I phoned the doctors up because I needed to go and see them about my skin conditions anyway, but I also went there to talk about my mental health, because as I said, I haven't been doing too great this year. It's just been all over the place, and you know, towards the end of last year I was doing so well, and then when I found out I had Asperger's at the start of the year, that's when things started changing. And then of course I had problems trying to get my Crohn's treatment right, because of course it isn't working as great as it used to. So it was like deciding on if I was going on a different medication or if we were up in the dosage and all that. So it's just been all over the place, and of course I've got my voice. I've also been I was also suffering. I've also been suffering with hay fever, which I literally went 2 months suffering with it without actually knowing it was that, because I rarely get hay fever. The last time I had it was like primary school / elementary school, so you know that was over 10 years ago, or at least around 10 years ago. So of course I just did not click that it would be that. But I know the pollen levels have been really high this year. And I know a lot of people have been affected by it, and I'm actually still getting affected by it at the moment. But of course, because I always thought, you know, hay fever only affected you in spring, but apparently it starts springtime and ends like winter time, I think. But I know some people who like get it through; they literally get it all year round, which I don't know. I don't understand why, but you know. So I went to the doctors yesterday. I spoke about I basically revealed everything that I've been keeping to myself for these past couple of months, because you know I just needed to get it out of my system, and I haven't really had anyone to talk to about it. And I don't know. It's been really hard to actually put into words of how I've been feeling, so I haven't exactly been expressing them. Whereas like before that, like I was fine with expressing whatever I felt, but I just kind of was going back to not expressing myself and all that, which is not good at all, because I know it doesn't do me any good. I mean, of course, it makes you worse if you keep things to yourself. So I had a good like crying session with the doctor yesterday. I mean, I've seen him a couple of times before for my skin problems and all that, but he was really understanding with my mental health yesterday, and he didn't rush me or anything, you know, because like I said, it was supposed to be just a 10-minute appointment, which turned into 40. But he didn't rush me or anything. He was really understanding, and I do wish more people could be like that. So I mean, when I came home from the doctors yesterday, I came home with like 6 new medications. Not all for my mental health, literally just one for my mental health, and the rest are for my hay fever and my my other skin problems. So, so one of the drugs he's given me is antidepressants, which, I mean, I haven't been on. I mean, I've never been on them before. I wanted to go on them like a year or two ago, because you know, back when my anxiety was really bad and I was suffering with depression, but the doctors wouldn't allow me to have it. I don't understand why. I know, of course, my age at the time may have been the reason to why they didn't want me to go on them, but at the same time, I know people, you know, who have been prescribed antidepressants when they're a lot younger, you know? So I'm not sure why they wouldn't let me have them, but I do know, of course, different doctors, of course, they all have their own opinions, so some may not let you have them, and then some may give you them. But he gave me some antidepressants called sertraline, I think that's how you say it, yesterday. So 50 milligrams is the dosage. I had my first one last night. I felt a bit drowsy after taking it, and of course I took it just before bed, because I know I mean, of course, some people, I know, like one of the side effects is like you struggle sleeping and all that, or insomnia. But I mean, I took it at night just to see for the first time, and I was fine, except for I think I woke up a couple of hours after falling asleep. and oh, it was just so weird because I have already been getting the side effects. Um, so I woke up and I don't the only way I can explain how my vision was when I woke up. If you guys have ever played GTA 5 story mode, where it's like one of those, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I don't know, like what kind of, it's not really a challenge or anything, I don't think. Unless, yeah, I guess you could call it a challenge where um like this man appears in certain places of the world, and he's I think it's like to do with weed or something. And of course Trevor, Franklin, and Michael and all that, they, I mean, of course it's if you actually go to him, and then they take it and all that, and then they have this weird vision and all that, and it's like, you know, where the clowns and the aliens pop up and all that. That's what my vision was like. I mean, of course there was no like aliens or clowns or anything, but my vision was just like that, and it just felt so weird. But luckily it wore off after like 10-15 minutes of me being like awake. So it was just so weird. I've also been, I was really like, I was very fidgety. I couldn't keep my legs straight. I mean, I couldn't keep my legs still last night, but luckily I was able to settle off to sleep quite easily. To So I was personally expecting for me to take a bit longer to be able to fall asleep, to get comfy and all that. Um, I did notice my heart was like beating a lot faster, and I'm pretty sure it was actually adding extra beats. But at the moment, because I mean it's like about 11, 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours actually after taking it. But my heart seems better now. It's not like it's not adding an extra beat, but it seems like the heartbeat's beating fast. Like not faster. It's beating harder. I don't know how to explain that, but it's beating a lot harder, and I can hear it more. So yeah. What else have I been experiencing? You know, in movies where how they portray someone feeling dizzy, and like they see multiples of them, and it's, I don't know, it's just a weird effect. Example, Alf, if you guys have seen that movie, where I think it's near the start, where um, when he's in like in the elf shop, and I think he overhears something, and then he starts feeling dizzy, and that effect they did to it to portray that he was feeling really dizzy, that's like what it was like last night, and it just felt so weird, but luckily that's worn off at the moment. But yeah, it just felt so weird. That's what like the effect on my vision was. It's just so weird. What else? um, I woke up this morning with blurred vision. Luckily that wore off after like 20 minutes. But at the moment, I mean, I do feel a bit weird. Like when I like turn my head and all that, it feels really weird. I mean, I don't feel like dizzy, but I don't feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel like my mind's clear. I really don't know how to explain it, because I mean, talking wise, I'm fine. I have noticed that my voice sounds a bit croakier, or at least a little bit deeper since I've been taking them. Um, and I do know that's actually a side effect where it can actually affect your voice, which I didn't know they did that. But I mean, my voice literally sounds like I've just woken up, even though I've already had like a couple of drinks and my breakfast. So, yeah. um, but yeah. So over the next couple of weeks, of course, they say it's, for a lot of people, it's like the worst. And of course, I'm having my treatment next week, so I'm actually dreading that. But luckily, I mean, I mean, even though I've only had one tablet so far, I actually already see a bit of a difference with my anxiety and all that. And I'm not, you know, I'm not overthinking. And I mean, if I think of something negative or try to think of something negative, even though of course, you know, why are you thinking negative? But I try to like think of something that like something from my past. You know, sometimes I just think about it and all that, but it's like it's blocking it. So if I try and visualize it, it's like it disintegrates in my mind and it won't let me see it. So so yeah, so of course uploads. I'm not sure how they'll be. So of course, I mean, I've only had one tablet so far, so I don't know how I'm going to feel after like a few. because of course it can take up to 6 weeks to get into my system. So, so like I said, uploads and all that may be all over the place, but I'm really hoping that they will work and hopefully give me my life back. Because of course I haven't really had much of a life these past few years because of my anxiety and my depression and all that. So I'm really hoping that this, will actually help. I know it doesn't help everyone, but I mean, I've tried CBT a few times before. It helped me express my feelings and all that, but apart from that, it didn't help. Like with with learning techniques and all that. I mean, from when I was doing CBT for like techniques and all that, they were literally just they were expecting me to learn these techniques on my own at home. Like I was supposed to literally like read off a sheet of paper, like the instructions on how I'm supposed to do this technique, which of course, you should literally be taught by you should actually see, the therapist or whatever you want to call them, they should be teaching you, how to do it instead of literally just they literally giving you a piece of paper for you to, learn at home on your own when you don't even know if you're doing it right. But yeah, I'm just really hoping that this will help me. I know for some people it doesn't, it makes them worse, but I'm trying to keep a positive mind, and it's already helping me, you see. So, I also forgot to mention, because of course with everything that I expressed and all that, he did say that most of it is anxiety. Of course, he did say that part of it, like it's not an actual diagnosis, but he did say part of it is body dysmorphia, which is why I phoned up anyway, because I think I have that, because I've been so self-conscious on my appearance. I'm always comparing myself to other people, because I used to be really confident with my appearance, and then when I went through my mental health, like when it started a couple of years ago, I was doing a lot of comfort eating, and of course it lowered my confidence and self-esteem. So I ended up on putting a bit of extra weight that I'm not used to. And growing up, because of my Crohn's, I struggled putting weight on. So so I just always saw myself as being like this, thin, skinny person. But then when I had like the additional weight on me, I didn't like it, because that's not how I've got used to seeing myself. And like I have so many like insecurities, mainly just my face that I am insecure about, like my teeth and all that. My teeth, the colour of my teeth got ruined when I was younger, because of it was just after I was diagnosed with Crohn's. I was put on this like disgusting thick brown liquid, iron liquid, because my iron levels were really low, and it basically stained my teeth. So I lost my whiteness, like the whiteness in them, which was really annoying. And of course now as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more insecure about it, whereas when I was a bit younger I didn't really care too much about it. And also because Crohn's can weaken your bones and all that type of stuff, and I wasn't able to have much dairy when I was younger because it just didn't agree with my stomach. So of course I couldn't really have like milk or yogurt and that to try and strengthen my teeth. So now they're just like they're just a bit weak and they kind of break a bit easily. So I'm just really insecure, and like in the future I would love to have like cosmetic surgery on them to like fix them, because I'm insecure about it. But it's weird, since I've been taking these tablets, like I said, I've only had one so far, and I was looking at some of my photos that I've took, and ones where where I've not liked it and haven't posted it. But it's weird how I'm actually liking these photos that I literally didn't like yesterday. Like I hated them. So because of course at the moment it's mainly anxiety. I did read that when taking antidepressants for anxiety, it does actually work faster than people who are suffering with depression who are on antidepressants, because it takes a bit longer. So maybe that's why I'm already seeing a difference. I'm just not sure. But yeah, I think that's like everything that I wanted to say. And I know it's like long, but I just wanted to say everything for you guys, just to let you guys know. So uploads and that might be all over the place over the next couple of weeks, because of course I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for all your support and that. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.